Howdy, howdy. It is October 7th, or no, it's October 8th, new comic book day. This is one of the biggest of the year, and this is only what I came in for 1 week. We've got some consignment buys, we've got new comic books, and then we've got crowdfunds and Kickstarters that came in. I'll have timestamps all at the bottom in the description of the video. And yeah, let's just sit back, grab your drink, whatever you're drinking, coffee, tea, beer, cerveza. I got my sparkling water here, and let's nerd out about some comic books, starting with some consignment buys. I got this Blu-ray, I think it was $6, Batman Ninja. I've heard good things about it, so for $6, why not? A nice rainy day movie to watch. Maybe the internet goes out, but we still have power. I like having these Blu-rays for times such as that. Also on consignment, a couple of back issues that I would like to collect. We've got Heat Seeker #1. This is the I believe this is the very first Heat Seeker. I'm not thinking of Gun Honey. This is the first Heat Seeker. I only have the trade of it, and I do have a beautiful 1 out of 100, I believe, ratio pure art germs, but I don't have the #1 issue. I'd like to collect all the issues because I just have the trade because I came in late. Glad to pull that. As well as Junkyard Joe. There he is right there reporting for duty. I don't have any of the singles as well. I came in late to the Ghost Machine universe and I don't have any of the singles. I just have of course, I have the soft cover trade, which is on loan right now to a family member. And then I've got the hardcover signed convention exclusive by Jeff Johns there in the background. So I'd like to have the singles. So I believe this is a variant. I don't have the scan code on here to check, but I believe this is a variant. So issue 2, hopefully eventually I'll have all 6 issues. And then also on consignment, we got this big hunky boy here, Elric, hardcover. I don't have anything Elric. I don't know if I'll like Elric, but this is a hardcover put out by Titan. It's a nice big chunky boy. I haven't even looked inside at the art. Okay, it is black and white, so that's cool. So yeah, books like this, I normally don't want to buy new, but when they show up on consignment, they're usually 25 to half off. I'll take a risk on it. We'll see if I like Elric. One of the podcasts, I think it was on John's Long Box, was talking about it, and I don't know much about the character, but I will check it out. And then we've got some trades here that I got, or some miscellaneous books from the comic shop. I got this for my son. He came with me to the comic shop on Saturday, and my kids just know Daddy's gonna spoil them. When we go to the comic book shop, they're gonna get a book. And he's playing soccer right now. It's his first Little League soccer season. Hasn't scored a goal yet, but we saw the Golden Book. Most Golden Books aren't worth getting anymore. They're not like they were when we were growing up. But for $6, you get a pretty nice little story here. And we get to have Messi, which is also his sister's, I don't think anymore, but he used to be his sister's favorite soccer player. So got him a little Golden Book there. I read Adventures of Superman, Book of L, and I was totally lost. And apparently there's a whole War World saga. And I got this book. This is only half of the issues, my understanding. I also need to get Superman World War Saga, and my shop didn't have it, but they had this one, so I went ahead and got this one. So I'll read this one, and then I'll order online the other Superman trade. Try to get an idea of what's going on in Adventures of Superman, Book of L, because I do like Philip Kennedy Johnson, and I want to enjoy the book more. I just have no idea what's going on. Also from consignment, I got a Superman Red Sun. This has been on my list for a while now. Not one that I would want to buy new, but since it's on consignment, very gently used, great condition. I'd like to have a copy of that. Very excited to have Red Sun copy. And then everyone at my comic shop is always talking about this book. And the owner asked me today, he's like, is this the first time they put out a soft trade? And I said, I have no idea, because they have the hardcover trades at the store. But when this one came out, I've heard so much about it. It's basically everyone gets a genie and gets to make their wishes, and you know, what happens when everyone gets a genie wish. So it sounds interesting. Charles Soule is more a miss than hit with me, but I figured I'd check it out. I don't know if this is a reprint or just the first time in soft cover, but it's finally affordable, so I decided to get it. And then this is a reprint, I'm pretty sure. We got Red by Warren Ellis. I'm actually a big fan of the movie Red with Bruce Willis. I thought that was a really good movie. I loved all the actors, the heavy-hitting actors in there. And so they're reprinting the comic series, and so I went ahead and got it. I'll enjoy reading that. Another rainy day read. All right, on to new comic books, starting with, it's the first of the month, so we get all the preview magazines. If you long for an earlier time, You can be like me and sit down on a Saturday morning with your cup of coffee, and you can thumb through here and see all the issues that are coming out. This will be for December or January. I don't know which ones these solicit. I can't remember. I believe it's January. And you can see what's coming out, and you can make a list, and then you can give it to your LCS, and you can tell them, hey, I want these books on my pull list, and then you don't have to worry about them running out because they'll be waiting for you at the comic shop. So usually Marvel comes out a week ahead, but now we've got Dark Horse has their own. Let's see, who is this? I don't know who this, Ignition Press? I don't know, I've never heard of them. I'll have to take a look at that solicitation there. They got a couple of them out here. Sometimes they put issues inside of it, like a little preview issue. IDW, I feel bad getting this one because there's so few IDW books that I like or care to read. And then DC Connect will have a lot of that. It's always fun to flip through and see the different covers that are coming out for the next month, or next couple months. All right, so going into new books for the week, I got so many books. This is a heavy week. In fact, I even had to go through my League of Comics pull list to see, am I gonna have more weeks like this? Thankfully, this is the last over $100 week that I have for quite a while. So I don't know if there's so much a series ending here or if the schedule gets a little bit looser. But yeah, this was a big week. I can't keep doing weeks like this, both financially and just I don't have time to read because I keep falling behind. Starting with Spider-Man and Wolverine, number 6, I believe this is starting a new arc. I just read number 5, really enjoying the Carrie Andrews art. It's really growing on me. Now in this one, we've got someone else, Sandoval. I think he did issue 4. Andrews not on this one. I'm assuming Andrews did the cover, but really enjoying this one. If it's an ongoing, I'm very excited for that. Also excited for The Punisher. We got Paul Miotti coming back to The Punisher and Panosian drawing. Very excited. Now this takes place in the Marvel Knights World to Come universe, which I'm still too unfamiliar with, but hopefully they can hold my hand through it. They do have the new logo here, which is a little concerning. The Punisher Red Band by Benjamin Percy was chef's kiss. It was amazing. Is that how do you do a chef's kiss like that, right? So I don't know about the logo there. We'll see, but if it's anything like the World to Come Black Panther, it'll be really good. So we got number 3 here, enjoying the environment that's there. Now, I'm not a huge X reader, but Hickman's writing long shots. I know there's a ton, there's a crap ton of X books coming out now. I don't read X-Men books. They never really spoke to me even when they were good, but I like Hickman, so I'll check this one out. And a little thing here, not to get too petty, but there were some people having fits on the League of Comic Geeks previews for this, saying that it was basically like they're de-progressing the characters and they're not gonna fit the woke agenda or whatever you wanna call it. I don't like using that language, but that's basically what they were complaining about. So I said, yeah, you know what? I might like it. So went ahead and pulled it. We'll see what it looks like. Speaking of Hickman, we also got Imperial War, Imperial Guardians. I still have no idea. This is one of those things where I wish I could get into this more. I really want to like the Marvel Cosmic stuff. It seems almost like its own little comic universe, and especially because they're coming out with a bunch of new cosmic series. And I'd love to support that and enjoy it, but I just don't know who all these characters are. I'm totally lost, and it's just really hindering my personal enjoyment. I'm enjoying Imperial. I'm enjoying about half of the Imperial tie-ins, so we'll see how this goes. This looks like it focuses more on the scrolls. And then rounding out, I got a couple of facsimiles here. Fantastic Four, number 10. And also got this Star Brand. I want to get into Star Brand. This is an interesting story. I believe it was in the 90s. Marvel launched a new universe. Literally, new universe. And it didn't really take off anywhere, but the Star Brand character interests me. Hickman brought back a version of the Star Brand in his New Avengers run. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what that is all about there. And then also going into DC now, the DC books, I got a ton of DC books. I got Absolute Evil. I got it last week, but I forgot it in my box. I pulled it out this week. Got a little bit of spoilers here. I didn't immediately pull it, but I decided to go ahead and get it because it seemed like it had some important information about the Absolute Universe. Interested to read that. Superman, the Kryptonite Spectrum. By the way, I do comic reviews on my X account. Every time I read something, I put a review on League of Comic Geeks, and then I share that review along with maybe some extra commentary on X. And so go follow me on X. My link is down at the bottom. This one, I enjoyed issue 1, but issue 2 totally just lost me. It was a little pretentious, the comedy didn't land. I don't know if this is supposed to be an adventure book or a comedy book, but number 3 I've got to pick things up because I'm really bummed out after issue 2. What's not bumming me out though is Green Lantern Corps. The whole Green Lantern Starbreaker Supremacy saga has been an absolute joy. Really enjoying everything that they're doing here. The art is fantastic. And now we're gonna find out a little bit more with this girl. I can't remember her name, but she's had some kind of nightmare locked in her head, and Hal Jordan's Green Lantern sister is helping her figure that out. I know some people are getting tired. I think it was Thinking Critical said he wants the series to return to Hal Jordan. I think we can breathe a little bit more into this because having the big team dynamic across all the issues is a lot of fun. It reminds me of Blackest Night. And then the big one for the week, the one everyone's gonna be talking about, DCKO. I got the Daniel Warren Johnson, come on. Superman, I don't even know what you call this wrestling move, but against Darkseid, that looks like a lot of fun. So I try not to buy DC variant covers, but I got suckered into that one. I let myself get suckered into that one. Batman and Robin. The Quiet Man is an interesting character. He's almost like a evil John Wick. We really don't know too much about him other than he can really pack a punch. He took on a whole gang in the last issue. So that's become a very interesting thing. So it seems like we got some more of the emotional stuff out of here. This arc is going to be a lot more action focused, which I think is good. It's very good pacing. I really enjoyed Dadman in the first arc of the Batman and Robin. Even the supernatural stuff won me over. So I'm excited to see Batman and Robin get into some adventures now. I was wondering what happened to this book. We got Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween. Now that's back there, so I'm excited for this one. Looks like Sam Nee's drawing this one, which I expect to fully enjoy. And then we also got Batman Dark Patterns. I am super excited for this one. The issue part 1 of The Child of Fire really brought me in more than I thought it would. So I'm excited to see where the mystery goes next. And we also got Aquaman, one that I'm cautiously enjoying because I don't want to get too deep into it because I have a feeling they're going to cancel it or they're going to bring someone else on to try to up the numbers, and that's not a very good sign because I am super enjoying this one. It was super action-packed, got a little twist with Mara and their daughter, so I'm excited to see where that goes. Am I moving too fast? We got so many books. I don't want this to be another 45-minute video. In the Action Comics, I'm enjoying Superboy, the Look into the Past, a little bit of a modern retelling by Wade. I think it's still super fun of action, full of action. Seeing teenage, I don't even think you'd call him adolescent, but seeing teenage Clark Kent and Lana Lang, and the dynamics there. You got Lana Lang like super in love with Superboy, and of course Clark Kent's got a crush on her. So it's a little bit of a love triangle. It's fun, it's unique. And also Captain Comet, who's like working for the government or something. It's very interesting. Also, another big one for the week, we've got Absolute Batman number 13. Catwoman, of course, I got the Art Germ variant. Let me know in the comments below the Deadpool Batman Art Germ Pure Art variant. That's what they call the virgin variant of Deadpool Batman, the Art Germ cover. My comic shop had it marked down from $100 to $50. I was very tempted, but I said no. Should I get it as an Art Germ collector? But again, if it was a Marvel book, I would probably have gotten it. But as a DC, I don't specifically collect Art Germ DC unless it's a book I'm already getting. I don't know, I skipped it. I guess I don't feel too bad about it now afterwards. I'd hate to have buyer's remorse. And that's $50 for another comic book or another trade. So yeah, so looking forward to this one. We get more about Catwoman. I have a feeling this is gonna be a talky talk issue. I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of action in it. We also get the return of Heatseeker Exposed. I feel like it's been a couple months. If you love spy thrillers, this is it. Now, it does get a little too heavy in the nudity stuff, a little unnecessarily, but I think that's a charm of the book. But it actually is a really good spy thriller if you love Heatseeker. Oh, excuse me, if you love spy thrillers, Heatseeker is it. And then we're going into indies now, so let's keep going into indies. Conan the Barbarian, this one feels thick. Number 25. I have not read 24 in my comic shop, missed it, and I didn't get it off the shelf in time. They're sold out, so I'm gonna have to get it from my comic shop online. But I'm enjoying what Conan's been doing. We also got The Future Is. It's a little bit of a hacker story. Not much to there because I'm just getting the issues. I haven't really dug into it yet, but I hear it's good, so I'm just gonna keep pulling and eventually read it. And then we got Nemesis Forever. Issue 1 I really liked. I think a lot of people liked it. I know a couple of people I think read comics was like, we're off to a little bit of a rocky start with some of the art. But Nemesis is just turn your brain off and have a good time. Man, what a great week for comics. We got number 25 of Transformers, the first one with Dan Mora on art. So I am super excited for this one. Where are we going next? I have no idea, but I know I'm gonna enjoy it. And then also lastly, rounding out with what I got at my LCS, and then we'll get into my crowdfunds. We've got the power fantasy. This one is an acquired taste, a little bit of a guilty pleasure. I don't really get to talk to anyone about it, but this is a very, what do they call it? Psychological thriller, not even thriller, it's just sci-fi, but it's very mental. Like it really makes you think like this guy here, he basically has worldwide mind control powers, but he's very ethical in the way that he uses it. He has to really play God in a way that, okay, that's actually not a bad thing, but also it is because he's controlling people's minds and their willpowers, and it's interesting. So the cover, I think this is the best cover of the series because it really shows like the ethical dilemma of what's going on in this series. So really enjoying that one. All right, let me clear some space here and then let's get into the crowdfunds because I had a lot of crowdfunds come in. It seems like the printers all fire off at once because I'll get a bunch of crowdfunds in 1 week and then nothing for a couple weeks. This one I don't know too much about other than I heard about the Indiegogo and the art was beautiful. Guardian Angel, the art looks just like this inside. Looks really gorgeous. Some of the action looks really good. So I backed the main series. I don't know what this is. I think this is a extra issue there. So looking forward to reading this one, a little bit of sci-fi, a little bit of, I don't know, what do you call that? Korean art style, a little bit of not Final Fantasy, but it's that like Korean video game art style. That looks really nice. It's the first of the month, which means our subscription for Brave Books comes in. My son is loving these books. Started collecting them for my daughter, but she never really got into it. My son, though, really is. So we got the Battle of the Wonder. So these are just really nice, simple kid stories. Beautiful art there, and they're very traditional conservative values in the things that they teach. I like the way that they teach certain things like the right to protect yourself, helping others, and not being selfish and all that stuff. This one is by, who this one is by. Then we got Flip City, kind of the opposite of Brave here, a little bit of a Mad Magazine kind of style. So this one is about critics, I think. Number 25, I think I just backed number 26 as well. So glad to have this one in here. Just straight up comedy, really enjoyable. I think I can't decide what I want to review this week, guys, because I got 2 books in that I know people are going to want to hear about. Death Shroud by Eric Larson, is that right? Eric Larson? Provided by the Ripascent. Very cool looking sci-fi book. But then I also got Empyrean by Gabe Al-Taib in Big Band Comics. I was planning on reviewing this one Friday, but now I think I might have to do Death Shroud. So let me know what you think what would you like to see reviewed first? And again, my reviews, I read the whole book and then I do a 3-part review. No spoilers, light spoilers, heavy spoilers. So I also talk about the book with people that have read it as well. So let me know what you want. I got those 2 books. And then lastly, I got Emma, Rise of a Mythic. If you were with me on my original channel, it's now trading cards. There's a game called Wonders of the First. And one of the things that you can do is you can share, part of the collectibles is you can actually hit art proof. And so you can actually use the art proof for your own like merch or storytelling. You basically have commercial rights to your fan art. And so this is from a team that has several art proofs, my understanding. And so they actually are writing a comic series and it's actually really good. It's not like cheap fan art. Like it is really cool, really fun, really exciting. And then they also do serialized issues as well. So that's a lot of fun to try to hit your number. So that's the books for the week. Let me know what you got from the comic shop. Let's nerd out. What are you excited for? Do you think DCKO is going to be all it's going to be? Let's nerd out in the comics. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Adios.